I will be talking about the process that we have went through to get to where we are now with diagnosing cancer. Cancer is when cells in your body start growing uncontrollably. All different types of cancer are caused by uncontrollable cell growth. The oldest evidence of cancer were fossils of bone tumors and mummies that appeared to have bone cancer. The oldest explanation of cancer was in an ancient Egyptian textbook in 300 BC about tumors. Autopsies were also invented in 300 BC in Egypt. It's when you examine a dead body and you can find out if the person died of cancer. The oldest study of cancer started when Giovanni Morgagni did an autopsy to associate pathological findings following death. John Hunter discovered that cancer can be removed with surgery. This is one of the ways that people treat cancer today. There were many theories about cancer, but three theories in particular were more popular and successful than the rest. Humoral theory. The humoral theory stated that your body had four humors, which are body fluids. If your body fluids were balanced when you were healthy, and if they were unbalanced, then it could often lead to diseases like
This was
cancer.
believed in the Middle Ages.
The plasma theory stated that cancer were cells and not body fluids. This was believed in the 1930s. The lymph theory said that blood releases lymph, which causes tumors to grow, and this causes cancer. This theory got a lot of support from many people and had lots of positive feedback and was believed by many scientists. First, people only knew how to physically diagnose cancer, like skin cancer and breast cancer. Skin cancer was obvious on people's skin, and breast cancer appeared on a woman's breast. They would often have redness, lumps, and swelling. In 1928, George Papcoleada developed Pap testing. Pap testing can detect cervical cancer and was one of the first screening tests made, but it was officially made for better understanding of the menstrual cycle. Cancer can also be diagnosed by testing tissue. They take a piece of tissue out of your body and examine it under a microscope. They also cut open the tissue and examine it themselves sometimes. Blood tests. Blood tests were invented in the 1940s, and it's when a sample of blood is taken from your body and can determine many things. Complete blood count. Complete blood count is a type of blood test that determines how much of certain cells you have. So if you have too much, you know if you have cancer. Tumor marker test. Markers are blood cells in your body made by tumors, but this is not always a reliable way to test cancer because other normal cells in your body also produce markers. Circulation tumor cell test. This type of blood test detects cells that broke away from cancer sites but are in your blood. X-rays. X-rays can be used to detect bone cancer and see if your cancer has spread to other parts of your body, and they can also detect tumors. Upper endoscopes. Upper endoscopes were invented in the 1890s. It is a small flexible light tube that is sent down your throat and it has a camera. With this, they can see your esophagus, stomach, and your small intestine. This is used to detect stomach cancer because the camera can see your tissues, and if they see anything unusual, they can take tissue out of you and test it and see if you have cancer. Lung cancer often shows symptoms. Lung cancer is often diagnosed by taking image tests. Image tests involve magnetic field, X-rays, and sound. They involve all these things because that's how they form an image. Image tests were invented in the 1930s. Brain cancer can be diagnosed by MRI scans. MRI stands for magnetic resonance image. MRI scans were invented in 1977 and they can also diagnose heart cancer. As you can see, we have gone a long way with our knowledge of cancer and how we now diagnose it. We have come up with different methods to diagnose cancer to get to where we are now. Because of how advanced we are now, many people have survived cancer. Because over time we have made many technological advances and medical breakthroughs to diagnose cancer. Theories and ideas from back then lead to what we have now, what we use, and what we think. Theories and methods from back then are basically less advanced versions of what we use now. For example, in the 18th century, a doctor would roll up a piece of paper into a tube and put it on the patient's chest and listen to their heartbeat. Now we have sound waves and echo sonograms to listen to a patient's heartbeat. they are used in MRI scans. We have gone through a long process to get to where we are now with our knowledge of cancer, but it has benefited our lives a lot.